Hello, hello. How is everybody tonight? Let's take a look here. Wow, 22 people waiting. Wow. And of course, I forgot something. 1 second. There we go. We're good. Of course, I always forget something. Hello, hello. Benjamin, hello. Historic Kid, hello. Let's see. Thomas, hello. Lady, hello. Wallace, hello. Whoa, 51. Holy cow. Always blows my mind how quickly people come in once I go live. Zach, hello. HMHS Britannic, hello. Kasi, hello. And it's time. It is time for slow mode already. All right, slow mode, activate. And we'll keep it at 45 seconds for now, just to see how everything kind of goes. There we go. How is everybody tonight? Maritime history. Hello, Historic Travels. Is it true Britannic was attacked by a U-boat on November 16, 1921, but both torpedoes fired and missed? This was in the movie, and I'm not sure. As far as I know, Britannic was never torpedoed. I could be wrong. Wait, November 16th. Wasn't that? Yeah, November 16th. November 21st was when the Britannic hit the mine. But as far as I know, no ships would have tried to torpedo the Britannic because it was a hospital ship. And there was like this rule that in a time of war, you don't go after a hospital ship. Let's see here. I joined thinking it started an hour ago, but it just started. Yep, it just went up. So what's going on tonight? The reason I am streaming tonight instead of on Sunday like normal is I'm going to be busy all next week. So I'm not really going to have any videos going up. So what I decided to do is I already made my Halloween video. I already made my Halloween special video, and I'm going to release that on Sunday evening. But since I'm going to be busy, I thought I'd go ahead and do my live stream on Friday. So just flip it. So you'll get my Halloween video on Sunday and then live stream tonight. And then after that, all next week, there won't be anything. And then on Sunday, I'll go live again. And then after that, the channel will resume normal activity. So that's what's going to be happening for the next week or so. Let's see here. E6, hello. Did you know that Britannic was meant to have more gantry davits? I know that now, but I didn't know that at the time when I made the video. I did not know that. Jonathan, welcome back to the stream, man. $50. Thanks so much, Jonathan. I wish you well, man. And thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate you. Good evening, Sam. Good evening, Jonathan. I hope you're well. I hope you're well too, Jonathan. Thank you all so much. Jonathan, you're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, all that support. Jonathan, you've done so much for my channel. I can't. Words can't, I can't even say how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Jack 10, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, if the city of Long Beach had to fully restore the Queen Mary, but inside and out, do you think she would be seaworthy and able to sail under her own power? Here's the deal. So I asked a representative at the who works on the Queen Mary if they would be able to get the Queen Mary sailing again, and he said no. You know, one of the rules or one of the conditions to the sale was that if they bought the Queen Mary, the ship would never operate under its own power again. So if they restore the Queen Mary like they need to, the ship will only be good for dry dock, you know, or not dry dock, but to sit in the bay that it is right now. To get it ready to go out to sea again, that's a whole other level of stuff that they've got to do. And don't forget, it still has, I'm sure the ship still has its pipes for the boilers and stuff. It would have to be converted over into, you know, diesel or electric or whatever, not electric, but diesel and stuff. So no, restoring the Queen Mary doesn't mean that she would be seaworthy again. It just means that she wouldn't sink, or she'd be sitting in Long Beach the way she should be. Sebastian 2, thank you so much. You should do a video on a game called Stormworks. I've played Stormworks before. I've done it with Jesse on his YouTube channel. If you'd like to check out Jesse's channel, Jesse Gillette, I've done some Stormwork videos with him. Thank you so much for the 2. Marsha, hi, Sam. How are you? I'm good, Marsha. How are you? I'm okay. I really appreciate all you do. Thank you. Teaching me all kinds of interesting things about the Titanic that I never knew before. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Marsha. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate. Let's see. The Ghost Train. Hey, Sam. Ship idea. The paddle steamer Lady Elgin, and I made a video of the ship sinking, and I was wondering if you could watch them. Just send me, just post a link. You want me to watch a video? Probably the easiest way for me to see it is to send it to my email, because it's listed on my YouTube community page. So that's the best way for me to see it. So if you want to send it to that, I'll try to check it out if I get a chance. I have so many videos I need to watch. It's not even funny. Excuse me. Let's see here. Agent M, what do you know about the Labrador Current shift on the night of the iceberg collision? Excuse me, I just had dinner. I don't really know what you're asking. Like, what do I know about the Labrador Current? I mean, I know it was a particularly cold winter and they brought a lot of icebergs down. Like, it was an unusually cold winter and there were more icebergs out than normal. But is that what you're asking? I'm not 100% certain. Let's see. Jake, Sam, how would lifeboat regulations be if Titanic never sank? Honestly, they would have been updated at some point. If there would have been some kind of Titanic level thing that would have gotten lifeboat regulations changed. It would have taken a little bit longer, but they would have changed eventually. Alfie 2, thank you so much. Can you do a full timeline of Carpathia? Whew. Let's not talk about full timelines right now, okay? I've got enough on my plate with that. I'm still working on Britannic, and then I've also got to do the Queen Mary. So I've got so much to do with these timelines. So let's not add any more to the plate for now. Sebastian 5, thank you so much. Can you do a video on the chief officer of the Titanic? Chief officer. Let me think. I don't know him as well. Was it Chief Officer Henry Wilde? Henry Wilde? Yeah, I think that was it. Am I right? Chief Officer Henry Wilde. I'm not as familiar with him as I am the others. Am I right, guys? Chief Officer Henry Wilde. Is that right? Let me know in the chat if I'm right. Let's see. But yeah, maybe doing a video on him would be a good idea. Huh. Do a video on Henry Wilde, I think. That would be really cool because honestly, people don't know that much about him. They don't know that much about him. I think that'd be a really cool video topic. Awesome. I'll check that out. Yes, you're right. I think so. Okay. I don't think about his story too much. You know, everybody talks about the big guys like Murdoch, Lightoller, Officer Lowe, and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. That's a good idea. And we got a couple more super chats. Jordan is in the house. Dun, 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 dun. I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Samuel, tell people. Wait, I think you tried to say documentary. I don't even know what you're trying to say there. But everybody, Jordan from Titanic Animations is working on a awesome Titanic documentary, and that's what he's talking about. And I cannot wait to see it. Jordan, are you actually working on that documentary, or are you just having Philip do all the work? Huh, Jordan? What are you doing, Jordan? Jordan, are you working, Jordan? Are you? That's that Dory joke from Finding Nemo. Hey, Jordan, glad you're here. Cassie20, sorry to bring it up again, but did you enjoy or see my documentary about World Trade Center 9/11? Mainly wanted to show it to you and get advice on the next documentary on what to improve on. Also, I just bought the 8-foot Olympic deck. Oh, you found a wood paneling? That's awesome. Like what I have? That's awesome. I saw you sent it to me. I have not had a chance to watch it yet, but I will have some downtime. I'm going to be busy next week, and I'll have some time where I can sit down and actually watch some documentary stuff. So it's in my email. I didn't delete it, and I am going to watch it, and I will message you on Discord when I see it. I will watch your documentary. Don't you worry about that. I will watch it. And Kasi, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate you, and I will watch your documentary. I saw like the first 20 seconds of it and looked really good. Looked really, really cool. Let's see. G2, thank you so much. What happened to Ismay after the sinking? Oh gosh. What happened to Ismay after the sinking? It wasn't good. You know, he got on board the Carpathia, and then once he was on board the Carpathia, he basically stayed in his cabin. You know, he stayed in his cabin, and the police or the government in the United States detected a message from the Carpathia where Ismay wanted to get put onto another ship and go from New York back to the UK as quickly as possible. So the Carpathia would pull into New York. He wanted to get off the Carpathia, get on another ship, and get out of there before the U.S. police could get him. So, and what's so bad about this is he was trying to be sneaky. He signed his last name backwards on the telegram. So it was like Yamsley or something. Like, listen, as I've said before, I don't blame Ismay for the Titanic disaster, but his actions afterwards, he didn't look good. He didn't look good at all. So, and I mean, Ismay's public reputation was destroyed after the Titanic disaster. You know, it was absolutely destroyed. You know, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Tana 10, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, I heard the experts think Titanic will be gone by 2030. What do you think? No. No. I do not think Titanic will be gone by 2030. You see, that's it is true the Titanic is in a rapid state of disintegration, and it is in far worse condition than the Britannic is. Honestly, all things considered, the Britannic looks great on the seafloor. I mean, honestly, the Britannic's one of the best preserved shipwrecks I've seen. But as far as the Titanic goes, it is going to disappear. We are going to lose it. But what you have to remember is the Titanic looks very good, at least the bow section does, for being underwater for almost 110 years. So it is going to slowly deteriorate. But a lot of those articles that claim the Titanic is going to be gone in 10 years, well, those are little things called clickbait. And Park Stevenson actually did a document, or he talked about it on Facebook. And he's like, I've been to the wreck, I've watched it, and I've seen it deteriorate. But the Titanic is going to be there for a lot longer. Like the bow section, this area at the very front is in very good condition, where the deterioration is more along the superstructure, the officer quarters, and stuff like that. Like the area that's more fragile is the area that's breaking apart more quickly. So the Titanic will be there in 10 years. It is going to be breaking apart slowly but surely, but most of the hull and all the parts of the ship that were more well built will be there for the foreseeable future. They always like to say that the captain's bathtub is gone, like that whole area is gone. It is true that that area has collapsed, but if you look at the pictures, you can very carefully, barely see the corner of the captain's bathtub. So it's still sitting there, right where it should be, but the walls around it collapsed. So like I said, it's like the fragile stuff's disappearing, but the more solid stuff is still there. J-Pod 3 potato. Jordan. Hey Jordan, listen, I hope you're doing well, man, and I hope things calm down in Australia. I've been worried about you, man. Listen, I've been watching the news about everything that's been going on in Australia, and it looks absolutely insane. So, Jordan, I wish you well, man. I hope everything goes smoothly. I did see your gem opened up, so yay. Kasi 5, thank you so much. I'm going to guess your new Halloween special is about the Queen Mary, isn't it? Yes, it is. My Halloween, thank you for the 5. My Halloween special is done. I filmed it today. I edited it today. It's uploaded and ready to go. It's just unlisted right now. And I'm going to release it on Halloween night. I tried to make it a little bit spooky, so I did my best, but I'm not really try to scare you type of guy, but I did my best. I think there will be a particular moment that might make some of you jump a little bit. Heat 5, thank you so much. Can you do a reaction video to James Cameron's most recent documentary on the Titanic where they really try to lay to rest all the uncertainties? Heat, it depends on what documentary you're talking about because I'm not 100% certain. The last documentary that I saw by James Cameron was Titanic 20 years later, you know, where he talks about the movie and, you know, and he showed, it's like a collection of many other documentaries and stuff. And I saw where he, you know, sunk a model of the Titanic in a tank and he tried to make it very accurate. I saw that. I think you're talking about The Final Word, aren't you, Heath? You're talking about the Titanic, The Final Word documentary that James Cameron did. I think that was back in 2012. That was a very good documentary. And yeah, I could probably do a reaction video on it. But the only thing that's tough about that is anything that's like major published like that, I can barely show any footage of it and it not get copyrighted. And if I show like more than 10 seconds of that, I'll get copyrighted and then the video get demonetized. So it's like, it's hard for me to do movie reviews and stuff like that because they get flagged in 2 seconds. But I would love to do that, Heat. I really would. Thank you for the 5. Ozzy, $2. Rosie is going to turn off your lights. Happy Halloween. Thanks, Ozzy. Let me tell you, Rosie's been a little rambunctious today. Let me tell you that. But she's sound asleep. She got her walk, so she's good. William, 3. Thank you so much, William. I appreciate you. No question, though. I wish you would have asked the question, William. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Derek, I wasn't expecting a live tonight. I know it's just because I'm going to be busy next week and I've got a lot of stuff going on. So I thought I'd go ahead and get my live stream done now. And I've got a Halloween special coming out on Sunday. So Heat, yes, The Final Word. Oh, darn, that stings. I hate that you get flagged when it's all educational. I know, Heat. Let me tell you this. When not long after I started YouTube, I think I was about 3 or 4 months in, Paramount copyright striked like 15 of my videos in one, like I was just sitting on my couch watching TV, not doing anything, and my phone went bring, 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 bring like 15 times. And it was Paramount Studios just copywriting everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. If any of you were subscribed to me, then you might have seen a bunch of re-uploads where I was changing stuff. Nicholas, Sam, can you show us the Titanic model, but in detail? Can you show us, like, you want to see my little Titanic model right here? The one I use in all my videos that has been very badly damaged because I keep holding it and it wasn't designed to be held. Seriously, this little model has been through so much. I even broke off the fourth funnel at one point, but I was able to glue it back on. But here's the Titanic model. Looks great. The detail on it is absolutely amazing, at least the details that are still there after me holding it and using it for a year to make videos. I think I'm up to 202 videos now. Can you believe that? I've made 202 videos. Let's see. Cody. Hey, Sam. First time on chat. Welcome, Cody. What are you going to be for Halloween? I'm going to be busy on Halloween. I don't have time to dress up or anything like that. Plunger, where's the mast? It broke off. Very few of my model ships have masts. Like the Britannic still has one, but it's half broken here. I think, yeah. My Mauritania has both its masts, but it's because it's new. It is new. Listen, the masts break off real easily. I don't usually even put them on. Let's see here. Wilson, what if William Peary would have been aboard the RMS Titanic? Andrews wouldn't have died. Would Peary go down with the ship, abandon the ship with Ismay? What if William Peary would have been on board? I don't know that much about Peary. I really don't. Like, I know a little bit about him because he got into an argument. For those of you who don't know, there is, let's see, Kenna. When is episode 2 of Britannic coming out? Not this week, but next. I'm going to be busy all next week, so I'm not going to have time to make any videos with the exception of my Halloween video that's coming out Sunday. So Britannic episode 2 will come out not this Tuesday, but either Tuesday or Wednesday next week when I'm not busy. But let me see. Oh, I saw a super chat. No. Where'd you go? Garth 5, thank you so much. How about doing a video on warships, just different Dazzle paint jobs? I'm definitely going to be covering some warships, Garth. Thank you for the 5. I think the first warship that I'm going to cover is the Arizona. No, not the Arizona. The Hood and the Bismarck. I'm going to talk about the battle between the Hood and the Bismarck. That's the first warship that I want to cover. Excuse me. I need a drink. 1 second. I got my mocha. But yeah, the Hood and the... Hang on a second. Mr. Lusitania, show me all the damage on your Titanic model and other ship. You want to see all the damages? Okay, I'll show you in just a second. Did I answer all the questions? But yeah, that's what I'm going to do first, Garth. And thank you again for the 5. Is I'm going to cover the Bismarck and the Hood. Maybe do a dedicated video on the Dazzle paint jobs. That'd be really cool. Thank you, Garth. We got a 2 from Daniel. Thank you so much, Daniel. And you wanted to see all the damage on my model ships? Okay. Well, the Titanic's the worst because it's the one that I use the most. But the Titanic's, the bow's chipped. I'm missing one of the bridge wings. I don't know if you can tell, but there's one bridge wing and the other one's gone. I'm missing quite a few lifeboat davits. They're missing. The whole rudder is gone, and one whole propeller, and one propeller only has one blade. I'm missing a part of the stern that popped off. These models were never made to be used in the way that I've been using them, so they're definitely getting worn down. You compare that, and no joke, the day I got my Olympic model, which is in much better condition, I bumped it, it rolled over onto its side, and every single lifeboat davit right here popped off, like every single one. It's like, ah! Hang on a second. I think I got some super chats while I was talking. We got Daniel's 2. We got that. Thomas 5. Thank you so much. When are you going to buy the, I think you meant Lego model of the Titanic? You could probably write it off on your taxes if you use it on your videos. I have been debating it. I have been very much debating it. I want to make some videos about it. I definitely do. And it's an insanely cool kit. I want to build it. It's just a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I could definitely get a couple of videos out of it. And I probably could write it off on my taxes because I'm making videos with it. wow, a Lego kit I can write off on my taxes. What the heck? But yeah, we'll see. We'll just see how everything is. It comes out on the 6th, right? So, well, let me just see how everything goes. And if I can swing it, I'll do it. If I can swing it, I'll do it. If I can't, it's so much money. It's so much money. Oh gosh. Random, you could build it on stream. Yes, I could. I feel like that'd be boring though, because I'd be spending so much time working on the Lego, I wouldn't be paying attention to your guys' chats. Let's see. Cameron 5, thank you so much. Hi, Sam. Hi, Cameron. Saw a video today on the different channel doing what if Queen Mary suffered the same damage as Titanic? What are your thoughts? Oh, yeah, I did see something about that. I didn't watch the whole video, but it was definitely interesting. I watched, I think, the first couple of minutes of it, and I'm nowhere near as much of an expert on the Queen Mary as I am on the Titanic, and I didn't know that about how they had the oil stored on the side of the compartments. But from the way he described it, the Queen Mary could stay afloat with 5 watertight compartments breached, I think. But then the Titanic struck with that. The Titanic had 6 watertight compartments breached. So that's what doomed the Titanic, was because it couldn't survive more than 5. So the Queen Mary could handle a similar amount of damage. But, you know, that's not the whole story, because you've also got the side oil bunkers on the Queen Mary that could also act as a watertight bulkhead. So, to be honest, the Queen Mary might have survived the same amount of damage as the Titanic. It might have, with the way the bulkheads and stuff were working out. Definitely pretty cool stuff. That was a cool video. I need to go back and finish it. Uncover 5, thank you so much. Is that the next one? Yeah, Cameron, thank you for the 5. That's awesome. But yeah, I did see a little bit of that video. I need to go back and finish it though. Uncover 5, can you do a video on Jack Thayer and his Titanic drawing? By the way, Jack and Kelly, Osborne did a ghost documentary on the Queen Mary. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I was going to do a video on Jack Thayer and Milton Long. You know, I already know what's going to happen if I do a video. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Jack Thayer did a drawing on the Carpathia of the Titanic and how it sank. And he had the Titanic in his drawing do a V-break. But he just did that to show that the ship split in 2. And he did say later that the ship didn't sink like that. You know, it's just he wanted that in there so people would know the ship broke in half. But all these conspiracy people like to go, oh, that's proof the Titanic V-broke. It V-broke. And I know that if I make a video talking about that, my comment section is going to get blown up with people going, the Titanic V-broke. I know that's going to happen. But you know what? I might do that. I might make that video because it's always fun to watch. I got so many people still commenting that the Titanic and the Olympic were switched. So that might be fun to do. Uncover, thank you for the 5. That's awesome. Kissy 5, thank you so much. Do you think human remains to still be viable? Do you think human remains to still be viable inside of the hard to get parts of the Titanic? Sorry if you've been asked this before. No. I don't think that there are any. I don't think there are any human remains left inside the Titanic. I mean, the only way that I could see human remains still being inside the ship is even in the deep sections of the ship. You know, there'd have to be a way that nothing could get to it, and that the body would be preserved somehow. Like maybe if the body was underneath the seafloor, that could probably preserve it a bit. I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking. But no, I don't see how there could be any human remains anywhere inside the Titanic and it still be intact. You know, I mean, they've been underwater 109 years. So, and that's a very, very hostile environment. So, but good question, Kissy. Let's see here. Taylor 5, thank you so much. Have you seen Ocean Liner Designs and Illustrations video on if the Titanic didn't sink? I have not watched that yet. I did see it pop up in my feed, but I did not watch it yet. But it is on my list of videos to watch. I will definitely cover that. Or not cover it, but I'll definitely watch it. Thank you, Taylor, for the 5. Ocean Liner Designs makes some cool videos. Olivia 5, thank you so much. Aaron 1912 has a lot better... Excuse me? Olivia, Aaron 1912 has a lot better explanations to the sinking. Olivia? Really? Are you trying to make me rage, Olivia? I feel like you're trying to make me rage. So instead of raging and doing anything, I'm just going to take a drink of my delicious mocha. I'm gonna relax a little bit. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me all annoyed. So I'm just gonna, and we're good. Olivia, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Kendall, what if Captain Edward Smith survived? Honestly, nothing bad would have happened to Captain Smith, I don't think. I mean, he did his duty to the very end, and I don't think anybody would have done anything with the captain at all. Like, I don't think he would have gotten his name shamed or anything for his actions. I mean, he stayed on the Titanic until the very end. He definitely was no Scatino. And I mean, he didn't leave the ship until the port side bridge wing was going into the water, and him and Andrews left into the sea together. So honestly, nothing bad would have happened to Smith, I don't think. Let's see here. Rain, what if Titanic has a different way of sinking, like not being badly damaged? Huh? What if Titanic has a different way of sinking, like not being badly damaged? Do you think it would survive? It all depends on what kind of damage, Rain. I'm not 100% certain what you're asking. Let's see. Laura, Sam, I'm back. Hi, Laura. I watch on my computer, so I can't comment, lol. But I'm back. Welcome back, Laura. Appreciate you. Oh, no. He's here. He's here. Guys. Dwight Schrute is here. Dwight Schrute is here. Okay. Dwight, I have a question for you. Which is better? Bears, Beats, or Battlestar Galactica? What's better, Dwight? What's better? Dwight Schrute. Question, can you do a video on why the Titanic took longer to sink? Dwight, I've actually talked about all of that stuff before. Like, I never said that why the Titanic took so long to sink, but I've talked about how the sinking played out, especially in my big documentary, and I talk about how the watertight bulkheads and stuff. I mean, I could probably try to do something on why the ship stayed afloat as long as it did with the amount of damage it had. I could probably go into detail with that. Like, maybe call the video, why did the Titanic take 2 hours and 40 minutes to sink? I don't know if I've ever explained it in 10 minutes. Interesting. Very interesting idea, Dwight. I feel like Jim saying Dwight. Why did the Titanic take 2 hours and 40 minutes to sink? Interesting. Great idea, Dwight. Great idea, Dwight. I feel like I'm Jim right now. Hey, what my favorite Dwight joke is when Dwight gets that copy and Jim sent it to him and he goes, Dwight, this is your future self. Someone today is going to poison the coffee. Do not drink the coffee. Yours truly, future Dwight. And Stanley is taking that big drink of coffee, and Dwight goes, no! He just knocks it out of his hand. That was the funniest thing. That was the absolute funniest thing. I like that name, Dwight. Okay, now that I've talked about that for a while. Okay, hang on. I lost some super chats. Okay. We got one right here from William 5. Thank you so much. I love your videos. My mom and dad, too. I am 9 years old. That's awesome, William. Getting interested in the Titanic. Young. That's awesome. Love it. Could you make a video about the MV Dimitros? I'm not familiar with that. Hang on a second. Let me take a look. I always like it when I find out that kids are getting interested in the Titanic. Because honestly, it's because of the Titanic that sparked my interest with history. So... like when you're like, I feel like even if you're not into shipwrecks, everybody has a general interest in Titanic, and it's like your interest for Titanic can feed into other ships. Oh, here we go. The Dimitra Shipwreck. Wow. It's like a cargo ship. A great shipwreck, famous due to its Piscaret location on easily accessible sandy bar beach in Greece. Wow, that's really cool. I've never heard of this. Okay, I'm definitely going to add this to the list. I'm going to add this to the list, and we may get a video about this in the future. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, and thank you for being a fan. There we go. Gotcha. William, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see here. Go back down. Alan 5, thank you so much. What if Titanic went down on its third voyage and not the first one? Do you think it would be a different impact on society? If the Titanic went down on its third voyage, if it went down on its third voyage, but it was under the exact same circumstances, yes, I still think it would have been almost as big of an impact on society. I mean, if it went down the exact same way, because it's how the Titanic went down and the story around it that made it so famous, because you've got this giant ship and you've got the fact that this vessel went down so slowly that you had time for all of this stuff to happen. So that's a big reason as to why the Titanic's so famous even to this day. So if it went down in the exact same way, just on the third voyage, I think she would be. I think she would be just as famous. Gordon 3. Sam, you need to get A Night to Remember. I have read it, but I have not watched the entire movie. I've seen most of the movie, but I have not watched the entire thing. But I have read A Night to Remember. It's really good. Gordon, thank you for the 3. Are we all caught up on the supers? I think we are. Awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see here. Joshua, Sam, what is your opinion on the Titanic 2 project? I heard it could be done by 2022. People ask me that all the time. People ask me that question so much. I've said this 1,000 times, but I'll say it again. I don't think that they should build another Titanic, and I don't even think they're doing it. I have never seen any pictures of the Titanic 2 under construction. I've seen so many concepts, and I first heard about this project when I was in college, like back in 2012, 2013, and I heard that it was going to be done by 2016, and the project keeps getting pushed back. And what you have to remember is, by modern day ship standards, the Titanic is a dinghy. So there is no reason to rebuild this ship. And it wouldn't be the Titanic if they did, because it wouldn't be legal to sail it. So it's just a ship that looks like the Titanic, and they're sailing it. And they're trying to capitalize on a disaster. I don't like it. If they want to build a museum, I'm good for it. But if they want to rebuild a cruise ship and make money off of it, I'm not a fan. Let's see here. Nicole, Sam, or Nicholas. Sam, can you play Roblox Titanic with Jesse? And can you do a video about the Berkeley collision? I'm 11 and I've been a fan. Awesome. Maybe I'll play Roblox someday. It's just, I don't have a lot of time to play games. And when I do, I usually get hung up on 1 or 2 games. Believe it or not, a game that I've been playing the most lately is Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys is so much fun. And Fall Guys just stresses me out. I'm like, no! Like when I'm trying to win, it's like, oh, it's so frustrating. But yeah, I might play Roblox eventually. It's just, I'll tell you this, when you become an adult, you have less and less time for games. You have less and less time for games. And I usually, I have a huge backlog of games that I have not played yet. And I'm definitely going to get to them at some point. Hang on a second. I want to show you guys something. Be right back. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. There, got it. I've been meaning to replay this. This is my favorite video game of all time, and I've been meaning to replay it, but I absolutely adore this game. This game is, as I said, my absolute #1 favorite, and I've been meaning to replay it for a while. I just, it's a movie. I think there's like 12 hours worth of cutscenes in it, but that's just kind of how I am. You know, I have so many games that I want to play. Knight, I see you. Welcome. It took you 10 seconds. I'm sorry it took me 10 seconds. Can you actually time it? Did you actually count how long I was off camera? Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. This is my favorite game of all time. Halo Reach is up there too. But yeah, this is my #1 absolute favorite game. I still have a PS3 hooked up to my TV. Let's see. Did I miss any super chats for those 10 seconds that I was gone? Yeah, I did. Jaden3, thank you so much. Hi, Sam. When do you think Titanic Honor and Glory will be released? I'd say we've at least got a couple more years. I mean, it looks like they've had some issues, you know, but it looks like they're finally on the right path. It looks like they're getting more organized. It looks like things are going good. So hopefully within the next couple of years, I really do hope that game comes out. Yeah, that's what that is. Rosie got into a vine today, big old vine, and I'm like, I was fairly certain that vine was poison sumac, which is a poison plant just like poison ivy, and she got a huge wash off. I used the garden hose and I cleaned her off. It was warm out today, so I used the garden hose and hosed her off. I'm super allergic to poison ivy, and look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm fairly certain that right there is poison ivy. Even with all my precautions and stuff like that, I still got a little bit on me. So, like I told you all, I am that allergic. Like I saw her get into it. I put on gloves to wash her off. I mean, I was so careful, and boom, I still got a little bit on me. So that tells you how when I'm being careful, I still am that susceptible to it. Crazy. Let's see, but it's not bad. I'll be all right. Cassie5 again. Thank you so much. Thank you. I saw you last night playing Fall Guys. My friend and I always go on there to go on there time to time since it died so fast. But fun to play with you and try to win. Yeah, Kazi, we could definitely play Fall Guys sometime. Another game that I always like to play is oh shoot, what was it? Among Us. I love Among Us. Among Us is so much fun. I love Among Us. Now, just a heads up, guys. If any of you ever deal with poison ivy, this stuff is the best. This stuff knocks it out in a couple of days. Like all those medicines and stuff like that, they claim to work. They never work for me. This stuff is the absolute best. So I put this on. I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. And it's gone in about a week or two. So, I mean, stops the spreading too. Stops the spreading too. So remember that. If you ever get poison ivy, that's the best stuff for it. It's expensive, but it's good. It's like $40 a tube, if you can believe that. Ugh. All right, we're all cut up on the super chats. Here we go. Wait. Okay, as soon as I say something, the super chat comes in. Cameron5, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, here's 5 more. Thank you, Cameron. Any chance of doing Britannic Patroness of the Mediterranean live stream? Huh. I never thought about that. Do a Britannic Patroness of the Mediterranean live stream. Like me playing the game, but then... Oh, that would be super cool because it only took the Britannic an hour to sing or 55 minutes. So I could squeeze that in during one of my live streams and make it like a Sunday night thing. And it's Britannic, and that is super cool. I really like that idea. So thank you so much, Karen. I definitely think I'm going to do that because it's a gaming thing, but it has to do with the channel theme because I don't ever want to go off channel theme. Excellent idea. I love it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's see here. Nate TV, did somebody say Among Us? Nate, you're suspicious. That is suspicious. Let's see. Cody, hi, Sam. Have you ever seen another movie called Raise the Titanic? Don't hate me, but I haven't. I've seen clips of it, but I have never watched it. I need to watch it. One of my favorite movies from that time period is Abyss. I love Abyss. Abyss is so good. Jake, it's 1:22 a.m. for me in the UK.